Now, in terms of government approval, how does the process work, Chris? And not just the UK, but with the US FDA and here in Canada with Health Canada.
It's a complex process, but the first step is really to complete your research, preclinical, which is controlled, but it's a little easier to get through the process, the red tape. Then you complete your phase 1, phase 2 trial. I mean, we have to keep in mind there are many controlled substances that are approved for medical use. And so that's not new. But you bring your data forward to the regulatory body, whether it's Health Canada or the US FDA. And at some point, if it's efficacious, the drug is working. In your phase 2 study, it's either reducing the deficit of patients who have a stroke, it's helping them with rehabilitation. Then at some point, there is a process of loosening the rules or the approval for that drug under specific circumstances. Is it distributed strictly by prescription? Is it in a clinical setting? Is it IV? Is it oral tablets? I mean, so how is the drug distributed? How will it be approved? How is it controlled? But there is a process. There are controlled substances approved. It's data first, preclinical. The preclinical case has been built. Then you go into a phase 1, phase 2, ultimately a phase 3. Then you apply for approval. And the change in the use of the drug and the classification will come sort of at the end of the road. That's really the process and how it would work.
Okay, now, Chris, you've also announced a new clinical research program for Ifenprodil and pancreatic cancer. Why is the company expanding research using Ifenprodil, and why has so many drugs been involved in investigating it?
So Ifenprodil has been a molecule that we're very excited about. Obviously, we're running an IPF and chronic cough trial for Ifenprodil in Australia and New Zealand. It's an NMDA receptor antagonist, and we found in preclinical studies that it was antitussive, so that means cough. It had an effect on reducing cough. We've investigated it for COVID-19, which is a respiratory disease. And so, but there's additional research that's been done on Ifenprodil and specifically NMDA receptors, showing that it may reduce tumor size in certain cancers. So some cancer cells express the NMDA receptor. Ifenprodil binds with that receptor, and there's a biomechanical process that results. That process can result in the reduction in tumor growth that can reduce the viability of cancer cells. We've made an investment in Ifenprodil. We've manufactured the API, which is the active pharmaceutical ingredient, and it just made sense for us, based on some of the strong data we've seen in preclinical studies, to sort of pitch our tent on Mount Ifenprodil and just keep investigating it. And it's efficient because we've already manufactured it. We're going to move it into a finished product stage. And so pancreatic cancer is only one additional indication. It's also been shown to be effective in small cell lung cancer, which was resistant to chemotherapy, so patients that have relapsed. It's also been investigated for PTSD and addiction, so chronic conditions. So it's an exciting molecule, and we thought it was a good business decision to invest in it and investigate it for some other indications.